Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're digging into something really important in the Philippines, the new procurement law, RA 12009.
That's right. We've got some material here, the official features breakdown, and also a note that asks a key question.
Yeah, this note. RA 12009 decoded. Will the new procurement law finally end red tape and legacy culture? Kind of gets right to the point, doesn't it?
It really does.
So our mission for you listening in is pretty straightforward. Let's figure out what's really changed with this law, and, is it actually a big step up from the old one, RA9184?
Okay, let's get into it. What strikes me first is that this isn't just a fresh coat of paint on the old law. RA 12009, it seems, aims for a real shift.
A transformation, you mean, in how the government actually buys things.
Exactly. The goals seem clear, make things run smoother, and crucially, cut down on the chances for corruption.
Okay, first big thing jumping out is this 3-year transition period. 3 years. It sounds like quite a while.
It does, yeah. And you might wonder if that slows things down too much.
Right. Will we see the benefits soon?
Well, the thinking is likely practical. Government bodies, the BACs, and the companies bidding, they need time to adjust their systems, learn the new ropes.
So it's about setting it up properly for the long run, maybe.
That seems to be the idea. Avoid a messy rollout.
Makes sense. Then there are these innovation partnerships. That sounds new.
It is, quite significantly. It basically gives the legal green light for government and private companies to co-develop projects right from the start.
So tapping into private sector know-how much earlier.
Precisely. Instead of the government figuring it all out and then just asking for bids, they can collaborate on the solution itself. Could lead to smarter outcomes.
Okay. And performance-based contracting, that sounds logical pay for what you actually get.
Yeah, it shifts the focus. It's less about just, say, building a road and more about ensuring the road performs well, lasts long, achieves the goal.
Ties payment to results.
Exactly. Creates a real incentive for quality, which, for you listening, should mean better value.
Now this one, life cycle costing. This could be a game changer, right? Looking beyond just the cheapest price.
Oh, absolutely. This is potentially huge. Agencies can now officially consider the total costs. Maintenance, repairs, running costs, even disposal. Not just the upfront bid.
So maybe a slightly more expensive bridge initially, but one that lasts longer and costs less to maintain.
That's the principle. It's about long-term value for taxpayers' money.
And advanced procurement. Is this the fix for those endless delays we always hear about?
It's designed to help. Yeah, agencies can basically get the ball rolling on procurement, the planning, the documents, before the budget is officially out.
So they're ready to go when the money arrives. Could cut down that end-of-year scramble.
That's the hope. Less rush, maybe fewer mistakes, less pressure.
Okay, let's zero in on the big issues from that note. Red tape and the legacy or bribery culture. Mandatory digital procurement is highlighted. How does that help?
Transparency is the key word there. Putting the whole process online from bidding to award makes everything, visible.
Harder to hide things.
Much harder. It creates an audit trail. That visibility itself can be a strong deterrent.
Faster timelines are also a goal. We all know delays can be where problems creep in.
Right. RA 12009 aims to streamline the whole thing, use digital platforms to speed it up, set clearer deadlines, fewer bottlenecks, fewer opportunities for arrangements.
The note also points to stricter post-qualification. Why check the winner after they've already submitted the lowest bid? Seems a bit backward.
Not really. It's actually a crucial check. Lowest price doesn't always mean best or even capable. Post-qual lets them verify if the bidder actually has the resources, the track record, the ability to do the job properly.
Okay. So it stops companies from lowballing bids just to win, even if they can't deliver.
Exactly. Prevents the situations where a project gets awarded cheap, then stalls or fails because the contractor wasn't up to scratch.
And finally, clear accountability, making it obvious who's responsible for what.
Yes. Define the roles, define the responsibilities at each stage. If something goes wrong, it should be easier to see where and why and hold someone accountable, less passing the buck.
Because before, as the note reminds us, you had things like packy-sap bids based on connections and selective invites, endless delays on the notice to proceed.
Yeah, a system that felt, open to manipulation in places, lack of transparency, complex rules. RA 12009 seems designed to directly target those weaknesses. Digitalization, clear rules, better oversight.
But it's not just about the law on paper, is it? The note mentions citizens, suppliers, auditors.
Absolutely critical. The law needs teeth. And that comes from enforcement and vigilance. Citizens using transparency portals, suppliers knowing their rights, auditors doing their job thoroughly. Everyone has a role.
Okay, so wrapping up, RA 12009 brings in digital processes, faster timelines, this focus on long-term value over just the lowest price, and clearer accountability, all aimed at efficiency and, hopefully, less corruption.
Which leaves us with a really interesting thought for you to consider. How will this move away from just the lowest bid, embracing things like life cycle costing and performance-based contracting, actually change government spending? How might it reshape the services you receive? What other questions does this whole shift raise for you?
Definitely something to mull over. Thanks for unpacking that with us.